Welcome to GTV ANZ, the gaming channel created by Ubisoft. Every Tuesday and Friday on YouTube, we'll be doing fast plays, game challenges, 1v1 face-offs, and so much more. You happy?
When did we get a dog?
It's a good question.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Reload. It is no longer The Reload, just Reload, because streamlining is better for everybody. But, you know, unfortunately I am joined here by some of my fellow commentators from OCN.
Wow.
Look, Zenox, Guzz, Manic, you're back on the show. In fact, I am the new guy here because I was not on last time, so maybe you guys should be telling me what we're doing. We're 2 weeks into OCN, and we finally have the Reload back. Are you guys feeling all right?
I mean, it depends who you're throwing to. I'm coming off the back of a terrible day.
Mate. Yeah, I'm feeling really good, Dev. Thanks for throwing it to me. That's I really appreciate it.
I'm just gonna like let the carnage ensue. I'm not gonna take any responsibility whatsoever.
That's a good way of doing it, honestly, because I think that's it's good control. It's good quality control, honestly, because you know that Zenox will just shut up if it means he doesn't have to do any more work.
That's very true.
So, guys, we do have a bunch of stuff that we're going to go through today. Reload is back. It's going to be back every Monday. We're going to be talking about OCN. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to have memes. We're going to have all kinds of content, and more stuff will be coming each week. You can see topics down the side of your screen right now. Obviously, we're going to be recapping OCN. We're going to have Guzz doing some analysis, I guess.
Ooh.
Apparently, so I'm told. We're going to do a prediction battle where we're going to have Zenox and Guzz face off about who they think is going to win in one of the upcoming matches this week. And then me and Rob are going to have an argument, which is basically natural for us anyway. So I don't think that'll be difficult to run. Then Zenox is going to do a chop, and he's going to roast a player or someone. We also have, I've picked out the best play of OCN so far and the worst play of OCN so far. So we're going to watch those. And then we're going to do the giveaways at the end. So yeah, so we'll be back every week. We're going to have new content and new stuff. And we're also going to have, like I mentioned, the giveaways. So currently we are giving away 4 things. One is a $100 M-Wave voucher. M-Wave is an Australian online retailer selling mostly electronics, gamery stuff, you know, PCs, monitors, mice, keyboards, all that good stuff. And also we have 3 R6 credit codes, each worth 1,200 R6 credits, and so you can buy the battle pass with that, or the new esports skins, or whatever you feel like. So yes, stick around to win those giveaways, or don't.
You're just bribing viewers at this point, aren't you, Dave?
Honestly.
Hashtag drops.
Plan A was to get interesting talent. When that failed, I had to resort to giveaways.
Jeez Louise.
Honestly, you really are wrong. So
look, Zenox, since you're so eager to get the show started that you're looking completely rugged up.
Mate, I am feeling comfortable.
I reckon he just woke up like 30 minutes ago. What's the bet?
Well, I had to eat dinner first. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I've been out all
Breakfast.
day.
Yeah.
Have you really?
No, but sorry, no, you guys are interrupting. Let Dev do his throw.
No, I'm out.
You can't be out. You're the host, mate. Come on.
Apparently, I was only in people's left ear, so I'm hoping that I'm keeping you company in your right ear.
Unfortunately, Dev, you're in all of our ears. So
well, I'm very, very, very sorry about that. But look, let's talk about OCN. I hope you guys have your Wikipedia pages open and you have your notes from the matches, because we're going to be talking firstly about Playday number 1. Now let's go and watch the recap of that. And look, Guzz, Zenox, Manic, please don't talk while the replay is on, because they will be able to hear you and they don't want to. So let's go watch the highlights from Playday 1.
Oh yeah.
Pew pew. A little bit closer. Time's ticking down. Oh, bouncing.
Oh my God!
Now Fisho going for the plant. It's covered by both players. And now, oh my goodness. Stay alive here. How is he still alive? What? That's absolutely absurd. And God Legion is now looking to. Oh no! My goodness! How does he still manage to come away? God Legion goes absolutely absurd. Practicing his siege as much as he's been doing his weights. He's going to have to isolate these 2 1v1s. Gets the first on for the trade. Dino locks that down. It's too late for him to really try and... Oh, he actually might be able to land it. Oh, balls of steel. Drex. Jigsaw's the new pickup for Bliss, and he's doing so good. Geo has to land these shots. Prone on the angle. Geo has no choice. Jigsaw. Shots like that, I'll call you whatever you want, man.
So, yes, we had Plato number 1. We had Rafflecopter versus LFO. We had Order versus Chiefs, Knights versus Rhythm, and Bliss versus Wildcard. Look, boys, I know you're stretching your minds back a whole week and a half, but do you even remember what happened in week number 1?
Ev, I don't even remember what happened this morning. I do remember one thing specifically about week 1, and to be fair, it was that LFO showed up, which was a surprise to me. I genuinely thought that Raffle were going to blow them out of the water. I thought they were going to go ahead and fly high, or whatever their hashtag is. I do think, however, that LFO set a precedent. I don't know whether they've matched it since, I'll be completely honest. I think that they've kept par, they've only had Order and Bliss up, which, pish posh. But I do think that they started off with a bit of a kick bang. And it's just, for me, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they really continue to do throughout the season, because day 1 was really impressive, but since then, they've just had tough opponents. So I don't really know how I feel on that one. I'll be completely honest with you. Zenox, how about you? How do you feel about day 1?
Day 1? I thought we were talking about day 3. Day 1.
What are you?
What?
I was not paying attention. If I'm going to be completely honest, I was
too busy typing in chat.
too busy typing in chat there. So we're talking about play day 1? All right, play day 1 was pretty good. Honestly, I can't remember play day 1. Was I there for that one?
Look, here, I'll read off the scores for you. So,
I actually wasn't.
No,
I've got Wikipedia in front of me. I've got Wikipedia.
Your best friend.
Calm down. The one thing that surprised me about play day 1 was that nothing really surprised me.
So what, you expected LFO to 7-3 Rafflecopter?
Well, that one was a bit of a surprise, and I would also say 7.
Here it comes.
I would also say 7-2 for Chiefs over Order was a bit of a surprise. Not so much the result, but the scoreline. Knights 7-2 Rhythm. We all saw that one coming, including my mother, who doesn't watch Rainbow Six. She knew that would happen. And then Bliss versus Wildcard. I mean, Bliss is really good, right? And Wildcard's going to have some growing pains, so I think that one's pretty much money in the bank too.
Yep.
That's my analysis.
That was good. Cool.
Not bad. You did a really good job at stretching out.
Why are we even focusing on play day 1? That was like a week ago.
Ev, he's not sticking around a show.
Mate.
I never do.
That's why you're not host. I'll pick up from here. I think the boys have done a pretty good job covering their bases. I sort of just had this game up on the second monitor over the course of the night. I was just, looking back and forth throughout. I think upon reflection, the biggest surprise result, if I had to pick one out of the 4, would probably be Bliss and Wildcard. And I feel like I'm always constantly discounting Bliss, which, again, they've proved time and time again is really probably not the right course of action, because they are a really strong side. But I had an inkling or a feeling that maybe heading into this one, Wildcard with such a strong roster would come out of the gate super strong, make a big statement and be like, boys, we're back. Wasn't quite strong at all. I mean, they lost 7-4 or 4-7. So I guess that was a bit disappointing from them. But as Zenox sort of alluded to, it's going to take a while for Wildcard to warm up. And I mean, we're seeing that, I guess, as the season progresses.
Yeah, I think as we continue to talk about Bliss more, not only on the show, like the broadcast themselves, but also on Reload, it does feel like a bit of a question mark, because they're not in APAC South. They have never won a championship before. They've never really been a top team locally until this year, and so we're always going to have that doubt. But they did pick up Jigsaw, who's statistically a very strong player, and we've seen that in the matches so far. And it's, I guess, always going to be hard to have conviction in these things, especially when it comes to the important matches like in playoffs, for example, because that's where Bliss faltered in stage 1. But yeah, I guess we will see. Yeah, I don't know. Like, is it? Are we at the point where we can say that like Bliss is like better than teams like Chiefs and Order and Wildcard and
no?
Yeah. I wouldn't say
Wildcard.
better.
Yes, Wildcard.
maybe not necessarily better, but I think that for their own right, they have definitely shown us stage 1, stage 2 that they're on par. They can compete at that level. Now, splitting, we don't like talking about splitting your attention between APAC South and OCN, and there's a very good reason why we don't like talking about it. But the fact of the matter is, most of these teams, 4 teams out of the 8, are, splitting their resources, quote unquote. So I do think that it will be it'll be a good test when we head to, I think, playoffs for stage 2, because if Bliss can continue to steamroll in stage 2, there will be well and truly a good call for them being one of the most competitive teams outside of, I think, really Chiefs and Knights at the moment, just with how form is currently going. I think that those 2 teams really are, the peak in OCN, but Bliss are knocking on their doors. There's no questions asked.
I mean, what? They're first. They got the most points. What door are they knocking on? They are the door.
Okay. South.
The gatekeepers of host.
Answer this. Are they in fucking APAC South, mate?
Apex South as an entity was created before the time of Team Bliss. Okay, it's a bit unfair. Look, great start for them, and we'll segue over to play day 2, where they, of course, defeated Knights, right? Because I mean, this is all part of the same discussion. This is where I think someone like Guzz would have been like, "Oh, Team Bliss is good," when the rest of us would have been like, "Yeah, come on, we knew about Team Bliss." Like,
what? I just said before that I was skeptical of Team Bliss. What are you on about, mate?
I know, but now that they've beaten Knights, you're probably on the Bliss, bandwagon over there.
A little bit, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, exactly.
Didn't they beat Knights in stage 1, or is that like teams like Rufflecopter beat Knights in stage 1?
It doesn't matter. A lot of teams beat Knights in stage 1 because they were a bit crap at the start, then they were good.
Your argument, and then you say it doesn't matter later.
Hang on, how many? Actually, I'm gonna fact check you real quick. How many teams actually did beat them in stage 1? Because I feel like it was only 1-2 teams, was it?
Well, the first 2 weeks they were 0-2.
Yeah, they started off slow.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, they had 3. They had 2 overtime losses.
Yeah, let's pull it up. So Elevate, which is current Chiefs, and it was Rufflecopter.
I like Bliss did really, really well in stage 1. If you look at like the standings, like they ended up 3rd, but that was tied on points with Chiefs, who only were ahead of them because of head-to-head, and they were only 1 point behind Knights. Like, come the end
with 3
of this,
overtime wins.
Yeah. I think like Bliss were clearly a strong team in stage 1, but I think that was the first time where we started to consider them as a strong team. And I mean, at the moment, I'm super curious as to whether Bliss can keep it up, but I'm also, one day would love to see, come like open qualifiers for SI next year and that kind of stuff. Obviously, things will have developed a lot since then, but I just want to see Bliss play some Asian teams as well and see how they perform against them. But look, Zenox, we can go and talk about Play Day 2 because, of course, Bliss's story of being flawless so far in OCN has 3 steps so far. So let's go watch the highlights from day 2.
Into Yana. How do you lose that one? He got the down onto Earth. As I said, he didn't really need that much to land. Bouncing as soon as he swings. Oh, he swings perfectly. The head of Fisher guy making his way in. Unfortunately, for a second I thought that might have been the Gemini. It's not though. Bouncing doesn't get the kill, and he's completely lost it. Oh no! Oh, I'm just watching it, and I even can't believe it. And he will be able to stop. No! Oh, he's gone straight past God Legion. There's an opportunity that has presented itself here for the Chiefs. God Legion does it. Oh! Left following, but it's too late. Although he knows where he's going to be coming from. Oh, Geo anyway, that's insane. They're losing out at the moment, but he is fighting until the end. Evo went with another pick onto BB. That user didn't quite go down yet. They're fighting the pick. The bank, so 1 versus 3. Now 1 versus 2. Can he make it a 1 versus 1? He's got too many times to look at. Oh, the X is wanted! The Frost Mat!
Yeah. Look, I don't think that was the karate chop moment, sadly.
And he lined him up.
It was, it was pretty close to.
Look, those were some pretty good highlights. Are we live?
We are live, yes. Like, you want me to tell you when you're live now? Like, you were just talking like you didn't care anyway during the
I'm just curious, if we open it up. Look, anyway. Oh, geez, my mic's falling down a little bit. We're a little bit
grade 3 caster, by the way.
Unorthodox. Either way, I think the caster reactions give everything to the story here, and I gotta say, full credit to whose idea was this, Dev? Was it yours or Raven's?
The caster reactions.
Yeah.
That was literally just Brendan, our producer at ESL.
Oh, it was Brendan. Well,
Yeah.
I'll give Brendan all the credit then. Screw
Wait.
you guys. But 100%, it really adds to the product. I think being able to see the casters get excited
Listen to the vanity
over
on
the
this
players,
guy.
over to the plays. I mean,
All he wants
it's
to do,
honestly,
he just wants
look
to
at
see
the
his own face.
look at the intensity in the stairs. Like, look at this moment here. Look at the excitement from Guzz. He almost got out of his chair. Almost didn't.
It takes a lot to get me excited.
And
Like
it does. Look, either way,
Really
Playday
does.
2, I thought was actually a fantastic Playday. Better than Playday 1 in every way. Better casters, better games, everything. Order 7-5 over LFO. Obviously showing that they, can bounce back, as we already know, because they're so inconsistent. Bliss, the big victory over Knights. Guzz started to take notice. Rufflecopter 8-7 over Chiefs. And then Wildcard 8-7 over Rhythm. So it was a long night. Like, it really was a long night. And OCN, kind of like APAC South, I think highlights that everyone can kind of beat everyone, right? Except maybe Rhythm.
Wow.
oh, jeez.
I will have you know, Rhythm actually did at least get 1 point so far.
They did. No, I'm joking. I like Rhythm. And look, honestly, that game as well could have, as we always say and we always meme about, could have gone either way. And it was an interesting one too, because I know when that game was happening, me and Guzz were kind of scrambling to look up some of the recent stats. And Rhythm in stage 1 was a team that always got to those overtime moments and usually won them, actually. They had a 3-1 record in overtime. But this time they dropped it to Wildcard. So when I saw that stat, I'm thinking, ooh, there's a chance here that they can actually take out Wildcard. Which would be pretty disastrous for Wildcard to have, started off with 2 losses off the back of picking up Molosca. So it's a big win actually for Wildcard. There's more expectations on them this stage, and more expectations on them compared to Rhythm. So it was a really good night.
Yeah.
That's a good summary, I feel. I mean, I know that you'll remember any night that you have to cast past 12 o'clock, so that's one that'll always go on the back of the books.
Zenox
What?
has onset dementia.
Yeah, he's going in on you. Man. Chucky is the
little bit
hero of
far.
OCN. Let's be honest. Chucky is
Little
actually
bit
the
far.
hero. He's the hero here.
Look, speaking of our dedicated fans in the chat, if you are interested in winning some free
All 2
stuff,
of them.
and yeah, fine. If you are interested in winning some free stuff and you like memes, then go over to R6 Esports OCE on Twitter and enter the giveaway there, because you can win $100 in M-Wave voucher. So,
Jeez.
Smackaroos.
I know. Like,
Can I win?
that's-
I'm in chat.
No, you cannot win Zenox. If you win it, I will.
Zenox just loves
redraw
free
it.
stuff.
Free stuff. And
Zenox would
discounts.
just post a selfie, and that would be pretty good content. That'd be good meme content, I reckon. I'd laugh at that.
Yeah, I believe that. Look, I'm looking back at the results now. I think the most surprising one for me personally was Chiefs Rufflecopter.
Really?
If I recall,
Really?
yeah, honestly, I think I'm maybe on the Chiefs hype train, because they just won stage 1 playoffs. They 7-2 order
you're
on
wrong.
Playday 1, and even though I think we'd already had an APAC South Playday where they played terribly at this point, but yeah. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised by Rufflecopter, because, they played terrible on the first Playday, and Chiefs played really good. So it kind of roles reversed on the second Playday. Also, the last round was a rush from Rufflecopter on bar on Chalet, which was awesome.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous. That was, fun fact, the first time we saw Chalet in OCN, because I think, no, well, stage 2 of OCN. Because we didn't see it in Playday. We didn't see it in Playday 1. And I think the lesson that we can learn, if we want to continue to talk about the Chiefs, is they probably need to stop playing Chalet. They lost at 1-7 against QC. They played absolutely terribly, to be completely honest, and I think they'll admit to that. That was pretty poor performance from them. And then unfortunately, they were unable to, I guess, to improve dramatically enough to take down Ruffle. Sure, it did come down really close in the end, and a rush, I guess, sealed their fate. But you'd be expecting an APAC South team to be again beating a non-APAC South rival, so a little bit disappointing for them, but I think Ruffle did a really good job in bouncing back as well, keeping in mind that they lost to LFO the week previously. So again, OCN, it can go either way, and I guess these teams that are trying to balance both leagues are finding it quite tough.
I feel like, and without interjecting too much here, but when you have a playoffs like we did for stage 1, sometimes you almost forget that in terms of the regular season, how close it really was. Because obviously, as the playoff gauntlet plays through, you get a bit of separation. You see which teams are going to make it to the end. It was Chiefs, Knights, etc. But you look at the regular standings from stage 1, 14 points, Knights in first place, then 13, 13, 12, 12.
Yeah.
So you're talking fine margins between Order, Ruffle, Bliss, Chiefs, Knights. Rhythm, Wildcard, LFO were all basically bottom 3, and it was very cut and dry. So to see a team like Rufflecop to beat Chiefs, and it goes the distance, it goes all 15 rounds, I'm not too surprised by that. I think Rufflecop is a team that's going to have those moments throughout the season. That's how they get their points. That's how they did it last stage as well. It was play day 2 in stage 1. They defeated Knights in overtime. So they're a team that's capable of doing that. I think the Bliss 7-5 defeating Knights in regulation, that to me was a bit more surprising and more impressive because of it, and really stamped that, Bliss are here to play. They're not just like middle of the pack. I mean, they finished top 3 in stage 1, but they only had 2 regulation wins, right? So you would actually think 2 regulation wins probably doesn't get you top 3, but yet it did because of what they were able to achieve in overtime. They only dropped 2 games, 1 in overtime, 1 in regulation. So now, so far to start though, this stage 2, they're 3 in zip. Like they've won all 3 in regulation. So they already have more wins in regulation this stage than they did in stage 1. So that's already set them up. They're on 9 points. 9 points would have got you top 5 in playoffs in stage 1. That's how good Bliss are going right now. And off the back of, that play day 2 win on Knights, that was the more impressive one.
I guess it goes to show how early season performance can really ripple through and make your whole season. I think Bliss have shown that they're really consistent. And fun segue, one of the things that helps is when you've got lots of good players on your team, not just 1 or 2 fraggers. So we've got a bit of an MVP interview with Shade that we're going to watch, and then we'll do Play Day 3 afterwards. Shade, congratulations on being the OCN Stage 2 Week 1 MVP. How does it feel to defy the odds and take down both Wildcard and Knights in your first play days of the stage?
It feels pretty good. We went in with those games with somewhat confidence. Like, we weren't really afraid of those teams. Or we were sort of afraid of Knights, but not... we still knew we had a decent chance. Going into those games where our confidence was just riding very, very high. Last season was kind of hectic for us, especially the preseason. When it started back last season, we sort of knew what playstyle we wanted, and then picking up Jigsaw really he just fit into that puzzle, and it worked. Well, you can see our results, it's working.
So you were the MVP, but how do you individually contribute to the team in terms of your role and the skills that you bring to the table?
I'm more of a support IGL and a flex player, so I sort of go what we need, and I have a license to do whatever I want. As we would call it, the license to lick windows, so it's a great time.
What do you think is unique about your team that's given you this early success in the season?
I mean, it's a mix. We can play structured, but we also look to exploit opportunities, and we're getting really good at that, especially with the fragging potential of Repix and Jigsaw. It just opens it up a lot. And then Oda contributing as well. We're going off the method of, at least as long as 2 of us are popping off, we're going to win.
Who do you think is going to be the most likely to challenge you for that MVP seat, and do you think they're going to be able to take it off you?
Probably Chiefs would be the next big one. We're not really scared, but it's going to be iffy, especially late season where you see what they're going to do and what you're going to do, and map vetoes are already sorted, so it's going to be interesting.
Which team do you think in the league is going to be the easiest for you guys to beat?
Rhythm by far, but it's not going to be a pushover, but we think that's going to be the easiest game we're going to have, hands down.
Love that, throwing some shade, as it were. Thank you very much, Shade, for joining me for this week, and good luck in your next games.
Thanks, Dev.
No way that they're going to be able to pull this out. The flash!
Actually,
is it going to flash in
it does.
Oh, no way, Dev.
Oh my god, the air jab as well. And now it's a one-on-one worthy v-Drex. Those flashes were unbelievable! Ghoul has the diffuser. He's going to push in through China. Supremacist finds the entry kill. God Legion does take down Drex and Ghoul and Supremacist! God Legion! He is a god!
The nades are coming out, but how much damage can it really do? Bailey's playing.
Oh no,
now
Bailey!
in, but Bailey plays through the smoke and once again comes up at.
They have good setups and just put a sprinkle of aggression on top of that. Pat and Emo, the last 2 left. Emo's done some good work. That's a second now. It's all Jack. He's the last one up. They don't know this. They can pick up Specker now, but he's going to take a lot of damage to the clash, and there's the fire! Nico burn!
Well, I'm glad that you guys didn't hear what we were saying during the break. That's all.
I
They
wish
would've
they
loved
did.
it.
Yeah, they
Same.
probably would have liked it a little bit too much.
Manic would have lost his job, but wait, Zenox would have lost. Oh, you probably would. We would have
You
lost
would
our
have
job.
lost your job. Everyone would have lost it.
Yeah.
I think
might
the
have-
people in chat would have lost their jobs too.
I reckon I might have been salvageable, but that's just about it. So, yes, you watched the MVP interview with Shade. Yeah, that was cool. You can also see every week we'll have MVP interviews up. They should release on Thursdays on the R6 Esports OCE Twitter. But yeah, of course, we're watching now the Playdate 3 replays. Now, this was the most recent Playdate. This was just on earlier this week last week. And Rob had a good time. We whipped out the hoodies and the t-shirts for this one. And it was 7-5 Knights over Rufflecopter, 7-5 Chiefs over Rhythm, 7-4 Order over Wildcard, and 7-4 Bliss over LFO. So just 7-5, 7-5, 7-4, 7-4, you know? Nice cut and dried.
Yeah. I'll be completely honest. My mind is completely blank as to what happened Friday night. It was one of those days, you know? It was one of those days where you're trying to get away now. But I do feel like that night's Rufflecopter game was incredibly close. You know, I remember speaking to Juicy afterwards, and chatting to him about, you know, the skill discrepancy between the OCN teams and what we kind of used to expect from, you know, teams like Ruffle and Bliss. For example, you know, you look back, oh geez, maybe this is probably going a little bit too far back, but like at the start of 2020, and it kind of only felt like there were three teams that shut up.
I was
Before
not
the
back
apocalypse.
then, dude. I remember what it was like.
Yeah, that's a wild time. But like it really, like, you know, there were only really three teams that were in the race at any time, and now we're talking about Bliss, Rufflecopter, you know, even for example LFO this season are starting to break out, and I think that the score lines were quite representative of that on Playday 3 especially. You know, honestly, I am just thoroughly impressed with what Rufflecopter and Bliss are showing us this season, and we talk about it a lot. You know, we just literally just had a dedicated Bliss segment, for example. But
I'm sorry, they're literally on opposite ends of the leaderboards.
Bliss and Ruffle.
Go in, dude.
Yeah.
Go in.
Sorry, I forgot. Sorry, Zenox. I forgot that all that matters are the points. I forgot that.
It bloody does if you want to make playoffs.
You're a knob jockey, I tell you. Have a look at what Rufflecopter have achieved since the start of this year, mate. They are absolutely flying. They are having the best time at the moment. I don't give a damn what the points show. They are putting up unreal. You watch what happens against them in Order. You watch what happens. They are gonna spank them silly. Anyway, that's probably more a chat for a little bit later on. But in all honesty, like, what was it? 2 villas and two consulates? Was that right?
Yeah. I have a feeling it was Consulate. Let me have a look.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
consulates.
For some reason I thought
Yeah.
cafe, but no, just another sound.
No. Just don't go too far into the sounds, that's for sure. But I do think that Consulate, it's so strange to be seeing so much of that in OCN now. I mean, I'm gonna say that, and now I'm gonna look back and be like, oh no, what am I saying? Is it 3 times we've seen it so far? It's literally the most played map in OCN.
I know. Stop playing Consulate. I hate it.
Yeah,
Play any
fun
other
fact,
map but that
Xenos,
monkey jungle of a
What I
crap
will
map.
say is
in stage 1, it only got played 3 times.
Well, good. That means we won't see it again. Thank God.
what I will say is watching a lot of Consulate in OCN has really helped me in my my solo queue ranked experience, because I just play Valkyrie. All my cams are outside, literally. All 3 of them outside, open every single window, and it's just a good time for my team and a terrible time for the other team. And it's great. They don't get near the building. So,
Nope.
yeah. Shout out to Knights and Bliss for that one.
It's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, so essentially that does leave us with the standings as they sit at the moment. So let's go and have a look at those, if you give me 2 seconds. Bliss
2,
currently sit...
1.
Oh, mate.
NA production.
Here we go.
Shade in the chat. Tell Guzz Concert is a great map. No, I was about to say Shade's one of my favorite players in OCN, but I guess not anymore.
No, you weren't. You were never going to say that.
Nah, probably not.
You were shit talking him in the break. What are you talking
Oh
about?
no, I wasn't. Shut up.
You were like, what were you doing this guy? Can't we just
Nah,
move on?
that's slander, mate. That's too far.
I'm not going to take
That's too
sides here.
far.
I'm just going to move straight along. So standings.
I actually did enjoy his interview. I enjoyed his interview a lot, actually. No cap. So yeah.
What did he say in it?
Oh, I can't remember.
But by the way,
He said words.
Before we get to the standings, I mean, no one asked me my thoughts for Playday 3, and I'll just say I went
No one
4-0. 4-0 in my predictions. I thought it was actually the easiest Playday to predict. Not even close. Knights, Chiefs, Order, Bliss. I mean, that's probably going to be almost your top 4, really.
Hey, how fun
Right.
was it to watch Zenox?
I didn't watch it, obviously. I was working. I had
You watched
other
the whole VOD back though.
obligations.
You watched the whole VOD, didn't you?
100%. I studied it to a T, ready to go for the 2nd of July. But I think when you look at the losers there, Rhythm, LFO, Wildcard, where are they at the moment? All in the bottom 3. None of them have a regulation win.
It's actually crazy.
I'm just saying.
It's almost like losing
like-
games is more likely to put you in the bottom half of the standings.
It's a crazy thing, Dev, and unfortunately for these teams, they're just doing it more often than not, which means that they're going to be in the bottom 3. So, and look, I mean, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news here, but it's reality. So they got to get a wriggle on, and it starts Playday 4 with an absolute blockbuster: Wildcard versus LFO.
Your analysis. The sad thing is, that's probably the best analysis I've heard from you all ICN so far. That's how low the bar is.
But for the teams that have been winning, well, they're at the top and they're looking good. So thumbs up. Hashtag bliss up.
Hey, SI Caster, don't forget.
How do I
Don't
do like a
forget.
B? Can I do like a B gang sign? I don't think so.
Welcome to Reload. We do big.
I hate my work environment.
I'm on the Bliss bandwagon, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Bliss going to be able to keep this up? That's my question. Because like you
Yes.
already. All right. Why?
Someone clip it.
Yes, 100% they are. Have a look at the teams that they've got coming up on the back end of the season. They've already dealt with Knights, yeah. They've already dealt with who else have they dealt with actually? Well, I wouldn't really actually. To be fair, getting Wildcard out of the way early in the season is quite important. I think that their next match against Rhythm, I'm really sorry, Leb, don't come to my house, but I think that that's free real estate. And then from there, you know,
Shane
Order,
literally
they're not
said
in.
so in his interview, by the way.
Like Order aren't. Let's be completely honest here. Order aren't in the best. I'm not going to say headspace, but they're just not in the best performance that we've seen them in. So I would consider that another Bliss win.
Sometimes
And then
maybe
they've got
good.
Ruffle. Yeah, sometimes I maybe. I don't want to lose my job, but yeah, I just think I look at what's left in the season for Bliss, and I think that at the very least, there's 6 points there. At the very least.
Honestly, yeah.
They're gonna make finals. I mean, we can't. I really don't think we should be arguing that. It's more so going to be where they start in the finals, because like they did last game, they're at the risk of bombing out, right?
Yeah.
Bliss last season, you know, we were hyping them up quite a bit. Maybe not as much as we are now, but given the gauntlet format, you don't have any second chance to fall back on. That's why it's so critical. If Bliss can somehow start in that grand final, then hell yeah, I can get behind them. But anything short of that, and I don't know, it starts to look a little bit iffy. But I'm a
Well,
pessimist.
the last team that started in the grand final didn't do so well, so I don't think it makes a difference. What I will say is I think I agree with Manic Monday here. It's looking like a 7-0 season for Bliss. I can't go beyond that at all.
That's
They're
so
both sort of-
boring.
The only thing I will say, they got 2 tough games left. One of them being Chiefs. Obviously, Chiefs, the champs, they deserve that respect. That's for Playday 7. That's going to be a good one, actually. In fact, Playday 7 in general is going to be really good because you got Knights versus Order, Bliss versus Chiefs. I mean, we'll get to that later, but and by later I mean on July 23rd. But in terms of the other tough game, in terms of the other game, it is Order, because you just don't know which order's going to show up.
Honestly,
Is it top 3 Order or is it, bottom 3 Order?
I honestly rate Bliss more against Order than I do against Rufflecopter.
Don't get me wrong. I rate Bliss over Order right now, but I'm saying Order at their best, like when they are in the level that we know that they can play every now and then. If they get to that every now and then on that day, they can beat Bliss easily.
Yeah,
It's just a question of will they be there on the day.
I feel like it's hard to say that Order are kind of like can still hit that necessarily guaranteed, because they've made 2 out of 5 roster changes since last season. So I feel like Order definitely need to prove themselves. If you're going to say there are 2 teams I'd be worried for Bliss at the moment, I agree Chiefs, yeah. But honestly, Rufflecopter's the other one I'd look at.
Yeah.
like Rufflecopter very hit and miss. Like losing to LFO, that was pretty shocking. I think the most shocking result for them. But you take that out of the vacuum, and Rufflecopter have actually been really, really good. Like they beat Chiefs, they lost to Knights, but it was close. But I think that one thing that is like you can't argue with is just that Blizz already beating Knights is just such a big deal. I think the fact that they've already beaten Knights and they haven't like dropped any points to these other teams, all they have to do is kind of just cruise and they're guaranteed. Like, I reckon at this stage, it looks like the worst Blizz can do at the end of the season, or end of the stage, including playoffs, would be probably like 3rd place. Absolute worst.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
can't
literally
argue
just
with
can't see him. I just can't see him taking any less than 6 points away. I honestly just can't see any less than 6, and that on last season's standings will put them in 1st place. Like all they have to do is win 2 of their last games, or push 3 of their games to overtime and win. And I honestly just see that being enough for them, just because of the fact that they've already handed Knights a cheeky little L. Who have Knights still got left? Chiefs, or that's a
Knights have
banger.
got everyone left, bro. Knights have got Water, Wildcard, LFO. I mean, honestly, even LFO in their current state could beat Knights. It's really hard to predict. Like Knights
Who's
beat...
casting Play Day 4? Is that me and Guzz?
No.
I don't know.
Assume so.
I don't know.
I think I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure
Probably.
it's you guys.
Double check, but yeah.
Yeah. I guess, we've really hopped on Bliss now. For me, the 2 ones that I'm a bit scared for are Chiefs and Knights. Even though Chiefs is sitting in 2nd right now, they lost to Rufflecopter. I feel like they probably should have won that game. They did. All right. Thanks. I feel like Chiefs are definitely they haven't quite hit their expectations so far. Especially because they've been pretty cold in APAC South as well. Losing to Rufflecopter 7-8, Rhythm 5-7 when like Rhythm got 7-2'd by Knights. I feel like that's just not a scoreline you want against Rhythm. And Chiefs still have Knights, Wildcard, Knights, LFO, Wildcard, yep, and Bliss. And I think that's gonna be really challenging for them as well.
Now I'm gonna quickly interject with that and just very quickly come into bat for the Chiefs, because of course they're the homies, and DGTL. I mean, he is the problem. Let's be completely honest. But you look at that game against Rhythm, man, they were up 5-1. They were absolutely flying. Like they were slapping them around. Yeah, no, but it is the truth. They really did. I think they were quite. I think Digital was quite honest in his interview afterwards, saying like, we really just let them come back into the game and we shouldn't have. But I think if you take that anomaly of a score line out, I still think that Chiefs are at the point that they should be. That Rufflecopter game, we just said before, Rufflecopter can beat anyone. Rufflecopter could turn up and beat Knights. Like it's not. It is not out of the... Oh, they did. Yeah, they already have. So it's like, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. Ruffle also went 7-5 against Knights on the exact same play day. So I think that I'm going to turn around and give Chiefs the credit that's due. I think that the results haven't been fantastic on the back of how much we expected from stage 1. I think you look at APAC South, how well they did, and then you have a look at the fact that they are the reigning champions. They're looking to go back to back. I do think that they will bounce back from this, and that's something that would be, I would say, scary. That's the fact that Chiefs could turn it on. You never know. They turned me on, so who knows?
Whoa!
Are you saying? Did I hear you say Chiefs bounce back from this? Bounce back from what? What are they bouncing? They're in 2nd.
You know what? I am sick of your... Okay, there's a possible 9 points up for grabs. The fact that they don't have all 9 is
They lost
shocking.
2 points. The sky is falling. Oh, they'll bounce back from this. Don't worry.
Hey, how are they going in APAC South?
We're not. This is not the APAC South reload.
APAC South is below OCN. All right, we all know that.
True,
OCN
sorry, I forgot about that.
clearly got the superior teams and superior talent because Raven isn't in the lineup. So you have to give them a bigger weighting.
If Bliss beats Knights if Bliss beats Knights and Knights beat Fnatic, does that mean Bliss is better than Fnatic?
Okay. like
Potentially.
firstly, I'm just going to go out on a limb, and we're three play days in. The top five's not changing. I'm sorry to say it. You can clip it. You can
less than
put it
halfway
in the
through,
vlog.
dude.
We can play this clip in 5 weeks' time or whatever time. And I'm telling you, the top 5 right now is not changing. Team Bliss,
Clip
Chiefs,
it.
Knights, Order, and LFO
We'll hold
will
you
be
to
in the
that.
top 5. 100p. It
Not
ain't
even
changing.
close. No, not even close. You watch
Not
Wildcard.
even close.
You watch Wildcard. You watch Wildcard come back.
I am watching Wildcard.
That
I like
absolutely
Wildcard.
spanked.
Vinny
Mate,
is
I'm
the
telling
sexiest guy I know, but they're not winning games.
Yes, no. Just because they don't win games in the first 3. Hang on. If you
They
look
beat
back,
Rhythm 8-7, which is like, and no disrespect to Rhythm, there has to be a quote worst team, right? There has to be an 8th place team, and
Hang
they
on.
are that team. It's just the way it is.
that's fair. But can we just reference back to last stage? The Knights lost 3 out of their 4 opening games. Where are you backing this stats up from, huh?
Sorry,
Punk?
when am I worrying about 3 out of the first 4 games? What difference does that make? That's last season, firstly, as
Because
well.
Wildcard have only lost 2 out of their 3. So you go ahead and you tell me how that's even possible, dog.
Okay.
Get this, all right? I'm gonna back up my homie. Excuse me. Silence,
You don't give him
silence,
dad here.
Silence,
Manic.
Zenox, please. Yep, thank
No,
you.
no, Manic. Just 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Thank
Does
you.
Wildcard beat
Thank you.
Chiefs?
Silence
Does
from the
Wildcard
class.
beat
Thank you.
Chiefs?
Could do 100%.
Does Wildcard beat Knights?
100%.
I'm done.
You're losing control
so
there.
close. I'm so close to just muting you. So close.
Just spank him.
So I'm going to take what you said. Top 5 are not changing. 3 play days in. 3 out of 7. Less than halfway through the season. I've gone back to stage 1, right? You know what the standings were 3 days in? First place Chiefs, second place Bliss, third place Rufflecopter, fourth place Order, fifth place Rhythm. Knights weren't even going to make playoffs, and they ended up first.
So what you're telling me though is that's 4 out of 5. That's pretty damn close. That is actually, you know what? Thank you, Dev Binder, because that is really good source analysis as to backing up my point that after 3 play days, 90% of the teams are locked in. So I might be 10% off.
90%,
maybe
that's 80%.
Sorry, okay, good. 80%. We all know that 90% of statistics are made up on the spot. But still, 80% of the teams are locked in by play day 3. If you want to be playing playoffs, you got to start strong.
Yeah,
and the teams that
never
haven't
mind the
started
fact
strong-
that Knights went from 6th place to 1st place. Never mind that.
No, that doesn't count, Dev.
They are an
that's just
anomaly.
data that doesn't count.
They are an anomaly.
You know that.
Okay,
Nah,
Knights
it
didn't
doesn't
rock
count.
up for the first few weeks because they were focusing on APAC South, and they realized, hey, we actually do need OCN. Let's go and play there. They started playing there, and then they ended up doing pretty well. They didn't win the whole thing. Playoffs, they decided to go on holiday early. I don't know why, but look, my point is valid. I'm taking a gamble on LFO. They're the ones I gamble on. I think everyone here, you can all laugh at Bliss, Chiefs, Knights, Order. I think we can all put our hands up and say those 4 will be in the playoffs. That gives you 1 spot. LFO, Ruffle, Wildcard, who makes it? I think Manic is on the Wildcard train. Guzz will probably go Rufflecopter. I'm going LFO just because I want to be the nice guy. And I think that's basically it. Is that so bad? I don't think so.
So, guys, now that that's over, I believe you
Thank
have
God.
a clip you wanted to show. You wanted to do some analysis, did you?
Yeah, well, this is actually a segment where I'll have the mic and these two will shut up because 1, they probably won't understand what's going on, and 2, they won't understand what's going on. So that's really good for me. It gives me the spotlight. The clip that I have decided to go with was a pretty spicy 2 versus 4. We started off in the 2v3 just because the first 2 kills that the Chiefs get don't really mean a whole lot. The Chiefs having top control, they're attacking library, of course, and they find themselves in this 2v2 against the Clash and the Smoke. You see Vast take out the ADS device, and this is just really good utility usage. Pause it here, right here, if you can.
What? Wrong direction, dude.
Oh,
Wrong direction.
That's okay, you know, we're feeling these things out. And yeah, if you slow it down, that'd also be useful. So the key play here between, the key play of utility between these two really comes down to Worthy. He has a few flashbangs in hand. I think I count that he throws out 3, so I don't know if the overlays are wrong, or maybe it was actually 2, and I'm just a little bit kooky in the head. But either way, he uses the flashbangs really effective. Obviously, when you're running into site really late into a round, and you're facing off against a Clash, it's going to be really, really difficult. That Clash really just reduces your mobility, incredibly frustrating to deal with. If you don't have the likes of your Zephyr on the board or grenades, on most occasions, it's almost going to be impossible to win this scenario. But roll the clip through, we see, as I mentioned, Worthy use these flashbangs perfectly, and ends up blinding both of these players, in fact. So I don't know how Drex didn't dodge these flashes. Unfortunately, just gets caught. Oh, okay, so there you go. Yeah, that's how they dump them in. Drex is white, the Clash is white. No one can see what's happening. And in the meantime, that plant is going down. By the time that both of the defenders can see, it's all over. The air jab there on the vault door cuts off that rotate, and then it was a really nice wallbang from Worthy. I'm not sure whether or not it was off intel. Right at the very end here, you can see a couple of those attackers are sitting on drones, but either way, really good team play from the Chiefs, and it's these kinds of small plays that really do differentiate, I guess, the good from the great. And when the Chiefs are playing really well, we can expect them to bring those sorts of players into the server. That's, I guess, a bit of a contrast to the Chiefs at their worst, right? When we saw them against Roffle and I guess QC on Chalet, where that team play wasn't quite there. But again, when it is, it's really nice to watch.
Wow.
Yeah, that was,
Man,
that's
yeah.
good, dude. Well done.
Oh, tell you what, I'm so glad that you just told me what was happening on screen. So glad a play-by-play caster didn't say that. Far out.
That was like one of my university presentations, when someone stands at the front of the class and gives a lecture.
It's like my English class, dude, where like someone's gone on
PowerPoint
Spark
presentation.
Notes. No, they've gone on Spark Notes half an hour before the broadcast, and they're just like, "What yarn can I spin?" Did you know I actually passed a class in America doing that? I watched one Sparks Note video on a book I didn't read, and I got an A+. So, for all those kids out there that are looking to just take strides in their schooling, just do it last minute. Spark Notes, YouTube.
Yep.
You're laughing. Don't
Or become a caster where you don't need education, and that's why you're as dumb as us for.
So,
Bang.
just anyone in the chat right now, we are looking for new casters to cast OCN. So if you think you can do what we do, just let me know, because at the moment we don't have a very strong talent pool to pick from. So, yeah, honestly, as long as you can speak coherently on camera, that's probably better than most of what we got.
Better than Dev, yeah.
What you want to make sure you do is you don't growl, because there's this weird caster in OCN that just.
I mean, just you wait till I start my ASMR stream. People are gonna love the growls.
Well, just while we're on this topic, and banter aside, I will say, and obviously this is not the Apex South show, but Blue Panda, can we give him a clap?
For sure.
Amazing job for my boy Panda. He didn't obviously end up casting. He was just on the analysis desk, but I thought he held himself really well. Short notice. So he's first in line for when one of you guys, I don't know, die or something.
Jeez Louise, man. You can't just say that because of the times that are right now. Hang on. I got a sticky note I wrote down before so I could just remember it. Oh no, is it going to show? It's too white.
The exposure, bro.
Hang on. Tell me if you can see it now.
Oh, out of focus, but I get the message.
Hang on. We're gonna get it there. Hang on. Is it getting out?
Even read it.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's because I'm sure that stream can read it. I'm sure that stream can read it. Because I've actually got like a large monitor that can see these things.
Someone in chat type what he said, please.
No, you're just gonna have to guess based on the reactions of chat.
But look, either way, thank you for sidetracking it, Manic, because you are a bully and a bit of a gatekeeper. I'm very happy that we were able to have him on the show.
Look at him up there in his ivory tower.
I can't hear you down there. God damn it! What do you say? You'll have to yell a little louder, Zenox. I can't hear through all the ivory.
Is that? You should probably stand back down before we get TOS'd.
Yeah, next time, just make sure you're wearing pants when you do that, Rob.
There might be a tweet longer coming soon.
Oh, get out of here! Get out of here! There is a line and you crossed it, Rob. There's a line.
Oh, hang on. We're not in the we're not in that category. Sorry.
No, we're not in the twerking
I mentioned
battle yet.
ASMR and you guys are just all too far gone. Look, one thing I was going to mention is these face cams are my new favorite thing in the world.
Yes.
And credit to the Chiefs, the organization. If you use Discord and you use the GIF command /Giphy, so GIPHY.
I mean GIF. But it's fine.
I'm not going to touch this. I'm not going to touch this. Don't get baited, Dev. Don't get baited. It's okay. So /Giphy and then type OCN all the player reactions from the Chiefs face cams are actually been made into GIFs. Yeah, 100%. Try it right now, guys.
Oh, I'm doing it right now.
Yep.
I did it.
It's my new
I've got
favorite
some
thing.
Vast in the chat. Let's go.
Yeah, get some Vast in the chat, dude. Get some Vast in the chat.
Am I supposed to be doing something?
No.
No, you're not good at doing anything.
You're fine, dude. Just keep chilling.
When are we getting a Zenox karate gif? How do I make one and get it on Giphy? How do I
That
do
is
that?
a
Do I have to,
good
like,
We were
question.
supposed to have that for Zenox.
I'm gonna work that out. That's gonna be my mission tomorrow. Is get Zenox on
Thank you,
Giphy so
guys.
I could spam him on Discord.
No. Zenox already has one of the top 3 most used. He already has one of the most used gifs.
He does. He does. You can get it on Twitter.
GIF is. You boys already know what the most used GIF is, but his is second. He's second to the best.
I unfortunately don't have that GIF on hand for the broadcast, but I know it has made its appearances before. Look, just to tie it back, because we actually are talking about video games here, of course. We're talking about
What?
e-gaming, sport gaming, video games,
Esport athletes.
e-athletic
Oh,
gaming,
e-athletes.
e-athletic
EA
sieging.
Sports. It's in the game.
Wrong.
Wrong publisher, mate.
moron.
You muppet, as
You
Flash would
literally-
say.
Oh, my homies love Ubisoft.
Like I was saying, bring it back in for a
Let me just
second.
plug.
This clip, right? 2 versus 4, right? Like old mate here, Noveix on the Clash. He's just sitting up here, doing. Wait, come back, come on. There we go. This is 35 seconds, 2v4, and then you just like skip forward a bunch of time, and he's standing in the exact same spot, and he's got no teammates left. So there you go. That was a great clip.
Jeez. Hey, that's entertaining
I'm
to you,
actually sick
Dev?
of you
Is that-
guys.
They just
Is that
don't
what gets you
appreciate.
excited?
Yeah, they just don't appreciate good siege. These guys, Dev. You know, they just come in.
That's why I
All they
put-
do is yell and get excited and all that, and they just don't understand
That's
anything.
why I put
So
us two on this side, Guzz, and the other guys like.
yeah, it's the brains and the brawn, I guess. I mean, not even that. They're weaklings. These two. I don't know if anyone in chat has met them IRL, but they're both pretty small. What, like 4'11"?
Honestly, I'll be completely
Jeez.
honest.
Well, I thought it was different. I thought the top.
I think my leg is the size of your body, Guzz. I'll be completely honest with you. My right leg weighs more than your entire body.
I don't think that's a good thing. in
No,
that
I'm not
case.
saying it's a good thing.
For either of you.
Could you believe that I was worried we were gonna run under time today? We've been going for almost an hour already, and yeah, the runner show I concocted was gonna end at this time.
Well, it means we
If
can.
we stayed on track, but I'm fine not staying on track.
We can spend more time on Zenox's chop and giveaways and speaking
Exactly.
to the chat.
Exactly.
We could have a good Q&A session.
Look, guys, thank you for your top play analysis. Let's do our
Can you
prediction.
actually chat? Yeah, we can, Supremacist. Yeah, 100%.
Yes, we can see chat. Supremacist, while we got you here, what's the deal with you suddenly being back on the roster, mate? Let's do an interview with chat.
While we've got him here,
Yeah.
he's just...
Breaking news on reload.
Have we got the ticker with a little news reporter?
I can actually type extra stuff into the ticker if needed.
Into the chitter.
Into
the chitter chatter.
So Supremacist tweeted out that he was not playing on the roster. Didn't say why.
Yes, that was a surprise.
Yeah. And then tweets out a couple days later with some eye emojis. And then he's back
Ooh.
on the roster. Like, guys, stop toying with our emotions.
Nah.
The man's doing the John Farnham comeback.
Like, he is
I wasn't happy,
either...
I top F.
He is
How
either...
did you know that, Guzz?
I know stuff. Not a lot, but you know.
He's just a
Were you,
comfort. He just
were
likes
you
comfort
even
music.
born when he first retired?
Well, what year was that?
I don't actually know.
There's a fair chance I probably wasn't.
Look, Supremacist is either typing an essay or he's too scared to say anything, so that's a shame. Right shame that is. But look, let's move on to our prediction battle. Firstly, round one. Let's get ready to rumble. Guzz versus Zenox.
Cable on.
Chiefs versus Knights.
That was louder. Somehow.
How is that loud? I whispered it.
It was.
Thank you, Bruce Buffer. Look, since I've actually, cast a land before, I'll give you the floor first, Guzz.
No, Zenox, I think you should go first. You're clearly the inferior caster, so we'll save the best to last. Go ahead. I wouldn't want to steal any of your points or anything.
I'm just not sure how you get
Who's
that.
taking what? Come on.
I think I'm Knights. Am I Knights and you're Chiefs?
Look, I'm going to be honest. I completely forgot.
Yeah,
But being the adaptable caster that I am, I could argue for either team. No.
So for the fans out there, in 3 days, 23 hours and 35 minutes, the Knights and the Chiefs will go head to head in OCN.
Yeah, you're arguing. Jesus, I can't get with that. You're arguing for the Knights to beat the Chiefs. That is your point of view.
Okay. Well, I don't have Dev's match tracker up, so I can't go into the full rundown of their old matches. As we know, Chiefs beat Knights in the OCN playoffs. Wow, who cares? I mean, Knights had bigger things to worry about. Like they were, making a good run of things in APAC South. I don't know what happened to the Chiefs. They obviously bombed out pretty early, but the Knights had more things to worry about. They had a better time in APAC South, superior teams and all that. I think Knights as well is going to be able to show the Chiefs a bit of revenge in this game. A little bit of like, you guys think you're top dogs? You guys think you're the reigning champs? Nah, we're still the best. So, look, I could sit here for hours advocating for the Knights, but I think we'd be, wasting a bit of time. It's Knights. I mean, like, come on, really? Like, it's the easiest decision that you could honestly make. Chiefs are all right. They're going all right. I mean, they lost to Rafflecopter. It's not ideal. So I think the Chiefs are just in a bit of a slump right now. The Knights clearly the better team.
That was incredible.
That was probably one of the worst least convincing debates I have ever heard in my entire life.
It's the Knights. It's not like I'm advocating for Rhythm versus Chiefs. It's Knights.
What map do
no
they
one can
win
even
on?
question it.
What map are they good on, Zenox? What map should they take them to?
Honestly, it doesn't matter. They should probably just go. If they can get Chalet, I would take them to Chalet. That's probably an easier win for Knights, but they could play on any map.
Oh, Guzz, please style on this, man. I would give that a solid 1 out of 10. I'd give that a solid Manic.
I could just sit here and say nothing and I'd probably beat him.
Guys, are you ready? Because I have a graphic asset to help you out.
Yeah, sure, bring it up. This is the one we prepared earlier. Oh!
Who's that? Is that the guy who's always alive last after his team's dead?
Oh. I could leave that on repeat all day, honestly. Guys, it's your cue, my dude.
Okay, cool. Well, look, heading into this one, Knights and Chiefs, there's no doubt it's going to be a close game. I'm not going to sit here and pretend otherwise. Of course, they're sitting second and third respectively, but the Chiefs are on top at the moment, and they're on top for a reason. We have seen them resurge themselves in this stage. The fact that they've got a couple of players as well in the team house as well, I think has added a lot to this roster. And overall, they're looking really polished. The Knights, for whatever reason in OCN, tank. They just suck in OCN, full stop. They always have, they always probably will. Sure, they've bounced back in the later stages of stage number 1, but I don't think they're quite here for stage 2. That bounce back is still going to take a little bit more time. Chiefs have the better round difference. They have the better team, and they're going to win. Simple as that.
So we got...
You just completely skimmed over the fact that Chiefs have lost to a bottom 3 team.
I'm not going to bring that up in my argument. You should have brought that up, Zenox.
You can tell who did arts and who did nothing. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Who's a bum? Yeah.
Is that it?
So is that it?
Is that it?
I don't know, Rob.
Or do we go
can you be
again?
the mediator
I
of this, Rob? Who won that?
Oh, man, it's not even a question. Xenox won that.
Well, of course it's going to be...
Xenox won that.
That's a play-by-play... Oh, I can't say that word, but that is the play-by-play bias.
Nick knows. What, you do not tip against Knights. You just don't. You don't tip against Knights.
I did.
Well, I'm going to tip against them this week.
He is a Chiefs fanboy, so I think I can see him. I can envision him tipping Chiefs.
I actually did tip against them this week. Prior to this, in the snowball predictions, I literally picked Chiefs. So there you go.
Wait, who did I pick?
This is not even this. That means that we're actually doing this properly.
Like,
not
just scripted. It's actually what you picked.
I went Knights. I actually did go Knights.
Oh, well, there you go.
This could not be more perfect then. Well, I don't know. I guess
who
see
went?
What chat thinks. But
I actually did have an interesting. I usually play my predictions pretty safe, right? And since this is the prediction battle segment, I'm going to reveal. I tipped Rafflecopter over Order only because Order won in Playday 3, so I expect him to be shit in Playday 4.
I picked Raffle as well because I genuinely think
that is some good analysis if I've ever heard some.
Sometimes maybe good.
Sometimes maybe shit.
Love it.
Wait, did I only get one of those, Dev, or do I get two?
Honestly, I think you're off the team now. You only get one for broadcast.
What was that? What was that about needing a new caster? That little ad.
Oh no!
15 minutes
I'm
ago.
pretty sure Blue Panda's in chat, so don't you worry.
What about the other published?
Get them in.
How about that one?
If it makes you feel any better, Nate, because Nate's in chat and he's like, "Well, hold up a second. I've got order down as my tip for Playday 5 against Bliss as well.
tries
Like
to-
that's gonna be a big one."
He tries to buy you back. It's just pathetic.
No, it's straight.
That's a
fact,
lie.
though.
You're gonna change that
It's
before
straight
Playday 5.
facts.
Don't lie.
They have a good up Playday 3, big win. They'll have their inconsistent down game, and then they'll go up again. Like it's
This
Perfect.
analysis sucks, dude. Can we move on to
Science.
the next
It's
one?
actual science.
all about timing it, right? Like their good games need to matter, and then their bad games need to not matter, and then they'll find a way to somehow win it all. That's
Weren't you
Order's
the one
strap on.
complaining about points before? Wasn't that you that was saying points?
I mean, look,
Points.
firstly, Guzz's entire argument, he said Chiefs were the top team. They're in factually second.
I did say that,
like,
but
you did say that. You said that they're on top. I don't know what
in
they're
this
on top of,
matchup,
but it's
in
not
this
number
matchup,
one.
I mean,
You
hello.
didn't say that.
Do I have to spell it out to you? Do I?
I like that. It didn't take much for Zenox for you to try and convert over to the Chiefs. Honestly, I more teams need to do this. If there were more teams with these gifs, I would like Zenox. If we had a U gif, I'd probably just use that every 2 seconds. I just can't help.
No, hang on. Oda. You have to understand. It's not shit order, it's good order by that week. That's unfortunate for you guys. Order's gonna have their down week this week. By the next week after that, they're gonna be good again, right? Like,
So,
be prepared. Be prepared.
do you know what the weather's going to be like next week? Like, can you buy a lottery ticket for me? Like,
Honestly, at this point, I don't know. I'm taking everything day by day.
Mate, why does the weather care to Zenox? He spends his entire life inside. What kind of question is that? When has he ever left the house? Does he look like he's left the house the last 6 months?
I left the house today.
No,
To be fair,
didn't.
guys,
Don't
you're
lie.
looking pretty rough as well. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. This is just like this is two monkeys flinging poo at each other. It's like no matter which way you look at it, it's two monkeys
Battle
flinging
of the
poo.
nerds.
yeah, look, Rob.
For
I'm
reference,
afraid-
by the way, I haven't actually put my tips in for that Order Bliss match. That's too far away in the future. I'm joshing a bit.
no one's Zenox.
Nor is this guy
Sending,
with the
sending
last
out
2
some
weeks,
caps,
so.
are you, Zenox?
I'm sending out a couple of... Look, if we rewinded about half an hour ago, I was saying Bliss are going to go 7-0, so make of that as you will.
I think it's time to move on to the next one. Dev, we're going to be here all night.
Yeah, look, no.
Oh,
Rob, we
Yes.
said we were going to do one of these as well.
Yes, we did. We did. We're
Order
doing,
versus
Ruffle
Ruffle.
Copter Order?
Oh yeah,
good,
you took
good,
Order,
good.
right?
No, I didn't take anyone. I was too busy.
You took
doing
Order.
things.
You literally said it in the chat, mates. Literally
I?
said it in the chat.
Oh shit!
I mean, let's be real. He would not be able to do Rafflecopter justice.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like not being able to do Knights justice. Hey,
Yeah, I mean,
literally the easiest team to. I just tell you what, Zenox, like you're really doing the whole region proud as a commentator. Like
It's always the
so
play.
lucky.
It's always the
Thank you, man.
play-by-plays, isn't it,
Thank
Dev?
you, man.
It
Appreciate
always is.
So lucky
like-
to have you on.
I like to think that, up in my ivory tower, we live a good life.
You're such a gatekeeper, bro.
Hey, be careful because I might go nuclear soon. You're pushing me. You're pushing me, man. You're pushing
Shout
me.
out to
Lights
the
out.
3 people in chat who understand all these obscure references.
That's probably all
So-
3 people in chat that
That's
actually
right.
watch
Manic was just Josh-ing.
All right. Well, since that was Rob's argument, I'm gonna go. So, Rafflecopter, pretty good team. I've got spreadsheets.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, just so you can spreadsheets. Yeah. So, yeah.
Can you put the link? Can you put the link to that in the chat, please? I want to watch.
So
I want to
just
look at
like so you can see there's some spreadsheets just there.
it. Yeah, can you put it in the chat so I can actually look at it? Thanks.
There's a Rafflecopter logo.
Chat wants to see it, Dev. Put the link in the chat.
Rafflecopter just there. So that's their logo. Yeah. So that's it. Hope that that
Is that your
answered
argument?
Any of your questions? Yeah. So oh, look at this! I just realised there's a result here from Rafflecopter versus Order from the OCN 2021 Stage 1 playoffs, and it looks like Rafflecopter might have actually taken Order down. 7-5 on Cafe and 8-6 on Consulate. There wasn't even a third map that was needed. Wow. Wow.
That's a bit devastating for Manic.
That's
that's pretty.
It's really unfortunate. I'm sorry.
Have we
to hear that.
started the argument? What is this?
I'm not gonna lie. I find that so interesting, considering like Order have just gone straight back and clearly made 2 subs, and they've completely shuffled their roster, knowing that they weren't good enough for that. Yet they still had to take them to overtime to beat them. So I find that so intriguing, Dev, that Rafflecopter have any claim to this game whatsoever. You look at Order, they're specimens. Like, have you seen Bailey, man? Bailey's shoulders are wider than my camera, and like my camera, man, I'll tell you what, if I zoom
it out, mate.
You'd be damn surprised right now at what's going on with this camera.
Whoa!
His shoulder, like I'm a small boy. This bloke is like out. Like when you look at him, he is monstrous. Now
he's like,
you're just gonna. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep it a little bit out because I'm about to drop some beats for you right now. The great say that a game is 100% mental, but see, the incredible say it's only 95% mental. Jack Daddy, man, this boy doesn't even need to play this game. This guy just drops coins like it's going out of fashion. Your boy's in crypto so deep that like even Dev's growl can't be heard. Like, these guys don't play the game for money. They don't play the game for rep. They just play the game for love. They just enjoy what they do. Like, honest to God, have you actually seen Specker play the game? Like, my man's absolutely insane. Like, there is no stopping him. And let's be completely honest here. Hang on, let's bring it back down for a second. My guy Nico, he will absolutely dunce on every single one of you without you even knowing where he shot you from. This guy, he finds angles that not even the creepiest little man could ever find. This guy is up until the AM finding himself little crevices to kill you in. And you want to know what's even better than that? Cutie drops bombs on people like it's going out of fashion. I'm talking C4s, I'm talking nades. It don't make a goddamn difference. This man doesn't miss, and nor to Order. So what you got, biatch?
Oh shit!
Whoa!
That's pretty good. I actually enjoyed that.
That's hostile.
But...
That was too far.
Yeah, no. So
that's going in Raven's
I've been having a good chat to the CEO of Rafflecopter, obviously very well respected organization within the region, and he said hashtag fly high, hashtag not too high, and I think that really just sent a message to me deeply, and I appreciated that what he was trying to get across wasn't just about like a video game, and it wasn't just about like winning some kind of e-gaming, e-sport, e-facility kill streak tournament. It was about actually, it was about more than ourselves and more than each other, but about the bonds that we experience and about propelling ourselves to the next level and rising above. So, fly high.
You know what's interesting, right? And to just sort of finish this debate, and I'll help out Manic here, but imagine that your mantra, your slogan is fly high, but not too high. It's like, we're pretty good, but we're not good enough, really. Like, let's be real. We're going to go as high as we can, but we're not going to go that high. Like, that, come on, really? It should be fly to the moon. Get up there, Rafflecopter. Come on, aim higher.
A reminder is that
you're not flying high enough.
Raffle have been to the same amount of lands that I have. So, I mean, are they really that good?
You know what? I will just say as well, I left out a very integral part of Order, and in fact, he's the only one in chat right now. This has happened. I've done Nate so horribly there, so horrifically.
That's disgusting.
Nate, please accept my apologies here. This is absolutely atrocious from me. I was too busy talking about the cryptos, and it wasn't enough about the game and about the 5-head you bring to the team and what you have to offer. I feel like I've just talked about, life as a whole. I haven't really talked about the fact that they're absolutely going to dunk on Rafflecopter. Like, you look at the way that the copter is kind of shaped, and you just wonder, like, what are Raffle going to be receiving? Like, I'm seriously worried.
What does the Rafflecopter logo look like, Manic? Do you want to divulge on that or not?
It looks like a helicopter, man. What are you
talking about? You could say that.
You know what? Nate ain't even worried.
Among Us.
Nate's like Bruce Willis from Die Hard 4. This guy's just going to come out in a limo and launch it into the air and take it out. It's like some Fast and Furious stuff. You know what I mean? Like, God damn. Rafflecopter, get out of here with your propellers and your
ruffling.
weirdly shaped copter and your bloody ruffling.
All right.
Who won? Hang on. Who won?
Manic won.
Who won?
No, it's not even close. Manic won.
I'll give a point to Dev, so it's a
Oh,
deadlock.
what?
Oh, piss.
I don't think I deserved it, but I'll take it.
No, you know, someone's got to look out for you. So.
Oh, thanks, guys. Well, I think that you inarguably won your prediction battle.
Oh,
so-
well, yeah, no doubt, yeah.
Okay, so we have the predictions scoreboard. If you guys would be so obliged. Now, I was hesitant to put this up here because I feel like it.
Oh shit! I'm first.
It represents the facts in a way that doesn't.
I'm first.
That doesn't actually.
Wow. So
doesn't
once
actually-
again, the
yeah.
best caster duo is tied for. You just
last?
couldn't script it. You could ya? You
What
just
can you
couldn't.
say about Sky, the social media manager, being on the same level?
Well, we all know Sky is an enigma, and that he is a special person, and he's good at these things.
He's a specimen.
He predicted Bliss over Knights, didn't he?
We're not competing in the same league as him. He's just
think,
above
yeah.
us all. So
He did. He predicted Bliss over Knights. I mean, we're just not even in the same stratosphere. But in terms of those who are obviously last, 6-6, kind of average, one of them obviously is not involved R6 full time. You kind of give him a bit of leeway. Kentucky. The other one, though, I mean,
I thought you were talking about Raven.
Raven's 7-5. He's doing all right for a guy that doesn't also work on OCN. So the guy who does work on OCN, what's going on?
I'd like to waive my right to speak at this moment. I would like
Have the right to remain
retract-
silent, Rob.
What do they say? I use my Fourth Amendment. I reserve my right to speak. I will just say,
not speak?
Rafflecopter,
Yeah, that sounds very right.
the
watch
thing
my
that
suits,
is
dude.
shaped funny. I tell you what, I'm very disappointed in them. They had it in the grasp of their own hand. You know, I think they were up at like 5-2 at one point. So
Yep.
yeah.
I respect you for backing Ruffle there.
Not wildcard though. That was a terrible decision.
Yeah, no, I agree. That was
Nah, it's
terrible.
not like they beat Auto a couple days earlier. Nah.
Literally 24 hours
God.
beforehand.
Hang on. All of a sudden, now Zenox is like, oh, actually, wildcard might be a shoe-in for the finals, guys.
Wildcard might actually win the whole thing.
Honestly, if there's any team I'm disappointed in here, it's LFO. Very disappointed.
I'm disappointed in you for tipping LFO over Bliss.
Yeah,
just
why
feel-
would you?
I just
I
feel
can
sorry.
excuse Ducky. We all know Ducky is an LFO fanboy, but you, Dev, come on.
Just figured
Bliss
can't-
up, baby.
Bliss can't beat everyone, so I think I just have to.
Oh, they will.
I think I just have to go against them every week now, just so that I don't look silly with my LFO pick because it's drowned out by other stupid picks. So, yeah, I'm afraid I don't really have much to say there. If I had gone with the obvious pick there, then I would be up there with you guys. But unfortunately, I down here with Raven, which is obviously not where you want to be.
Isn't he just a boss?
I reserve my right to speak.
What are you talking about?
Literally and figuratively. These are all our bosses. We love you, Raven. Please don't.
We love you, Raven. Thanks for giving us money.
You guys getting paid?
Exposure.
Thanks for the gatekeep, Raven. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm so glad we gatekept. I'm really glad we gatekept Raven from coming back to Reload, honestly.
Best decision we made.
All right, Zenox. Apparently, we're next up is The Chop with Zenox.
Yes, Zenox was Chop, which, by the way, you didn't end up getting the GIF. I can't believe that. That's the whole point, is to like display the chopping GIF.
You want me to get
Oh,
it here?
here we go. What's this gonna be? We haven't seen this clip, by the way, chat. So
Okay.
Wait, did you put the GIF somewhere? Oh yeah, I can.
No, I didn't. That was your
No,
job.
no, no. Hey,
it's on my Twitter. Oh, whoa, it's actually here. Oh,
Whoa.
wow, wait.
it's not
Oh.
not live to public yet, but it will be.
Oh,
Should we go full screen or do we go?
Yeah.
We go. So
It's the
Zenox,
third most used.
So Zenox, if this is the intro to your segment, do you want to do like some music or like some little sound effects?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Tell me when we're live, baby.
All right. So you're gonna be able to see it. All right. Ready, steady, and here we go.
Wow, 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 wow.
All right, that was terrible. That was
Does this
terrible.
sound
I
like
hate
a
it.
someone? Wasn't gonna take me out.
All
You know, I'm
right,
not roasting.
now we'll do your
One-
segment. Now, what was your segment?
So my segment, of course, is Zenox's chop. The idea is for the last season
Manic
of
knows where
Reload-
this is going.
What's with his face? What is that pause time? Anyway, last season it was all about the sexy plays of the week, and that was fun. It was obviously the best segment. It was voted the best segment. I won an award for it. Number one podcast segment worldwide. But we had
Rated by
to
Zenox.
we were too nice.
Only
We were
entry.
too, too much praise. So for this season of the Reload, we're going to be chopping some fools, karate style. And for the first week, I've decided to give the players the week off, and it's going straight to Dev Mata.
Oh, it's Dev. I thought it was Manic.
He is my chop of the week. Play the clip. Now, what in God's name are you wearing on a professional broadcast? You are wearing a hoodie. You
a
look
hoodie.
like Slim Shady. What is going on? I know that you don't have the best standards. Sometimes he rocks up in a t-shirt, and I don't know. Oh, yeah, there he's got the hoodie. Okay, now he's got it. Here we go. This is appalling. Now you look at the beautiful. I think that's a Livin shirt from you, Manic.
Yes.
Yes, of course. He's got the attire perfectly placed. And then you got this guy who looks like he just came back from going to 7-Eleven. I mean, seriously.
Probably
Grow up, Ev.
Hang on. Can we just
I'm
take
more of
a
an easy
hot
mark
beat
kind of
here?
guy, actually.
Can we just take a beat here and notice that Zenox is wearing a goddamn hoodie and talking about professionalism on a bloody broadcast? What?
There's a difference, Manic, between the Reload
Excuse
and
me.
a...
Are you telling me the reload is just not as important to you?
Careful, Raven's in the chat. Hey, Raven's been listening to this whole thing. You be careful.
This is a
You
trick
be real
question because
careful.
if I say that it is important, that means that I place the OCN product as less important.
Look, mate, there's no way.
So
you're
the
getting out.
answer is no. The Reload is not as important as OCN because the OCN's a bigger product.
Just to address a question in chat, Chalky Milk, where are the drawstrings on that hoodie? I took them out. I hate
Oh,
drawstrings.
no, you didn't.
And
Why?
can you also...
I hate drawstrings.
Drawstrings are the best, bro.
Nah,
bro.
my dog just like eats them.
What
so
went into the thinking behind wearing the hoodie onto the broadcast?
I was cold.
I think it'll look good. Honestly, I'm gonna back you up on this one. I thought it
Thank
looked
you.
cool. The only thing I'll roast you on is it's a bloody North American hoodie. At least
Yeah.
get like a Bliss hoodie or
I
a
don't have a Bliss
Chiefs
hoodie.
hoodie or a
I
Livin'
hate-
hoodie.
I don't
Or
have a
something.
Livin' hoodie. I don't have a Bliss hoodie, and I don't have
Bliss.
a Order hoodie.
All my homies hate Dark Zero, bro. Come on.
Yo, Bliss, if you're out there, you're listening, I will rep your hoodie 100% through.
Zenox, are you still waiting for the Chiefs to get in your DMs? They lied to us, dude. They
still
publicly
waiting.
said that
Never
we'll get in
happened.
contact. Yeah. Never
I actually
happened.
need to
So
go
if
and
Chiefs are in the
grab
chat
my-
as well, we're still waiting for you. So.
I need to go and grab my Chiefs merch and show it off, actually, because it is gorgeous. Like, it is.
You know what I was
actually
wearing the other
top-notch.
day? This is just like random, but I was actually wearing my Rect GN shirt the other day.
What's that?
My Rect GN shirt.
That's
what's
that's
that?
my
Everyone
that's my
else is-
going to
No,
bed
just-
shirt. You know, like a shitty shirt and just wear it to bed sort of
I
thing.
wear that whenever I'm painting, just because I don't mind getting crap all over it.
I tell you what, I'll be completely honest. I'm surprised that Zenox even remembers Rec G, and this guy.
He wasn't
This
there
guy
most of the time.
spent the entire time sitting on the couch with his feet kicked up while everyone else prepared the set. By the way, just a quick FYI, a bit of a for your information there. You know, don't ever. No, if there's anyone out there that is ever expecting Zenox to lift a finger more than he has to, don't. Sky's in chat right now. Sky,
Sky
Go
can vouch
in.
for this.
go in, Sky.
I don't think we should invite him back.
how
If we
did
have
this
another
get
rec
this?
event, get rid of him. I reckon.
After
No
I
return.
said that I repped your shirt, Manic, and then you just start bullying me. You know what? I won't wear the shirt. I'm sorry.
Hang on. You said you wore the shirt, and then all of a sudden, Guzz is talking about the fact that it's his bum shirt with his KFC.
So
fucking,
exactly.
all
If you're gonna
over it.
take a
And you
dig at
got
anyone,
Dev
take a
talking-
dig at.
Nah, we gotta make fun of Zenox if it's wrecked involved. That's the rule.
Any mention of wrecked? If you say wrecked 3 times in a mirror with no lights on, apparently Zenox just appears crying in the background.
Nah, he doesn't leave his house. Remember, so probably not. I think that's more of an urban legend. That one.
Zenox, it's good to be back on this stuff with you, mate.
Look, we all know that if I wasn't on this show, we would have 0 viewers. So
Hang on, can we put a petition online to get me and you casting one day of OCN and Devin?
Yeah,
Guzz
can we
casting
do
the
that,
other?
Raven?
Oh,
That would be
man, that'd
funny. That would.
all
like,
I
be
would say
funny.
is
utterly
that
cursed.
the Dev Guzz cast would be pretty resident sleeper, right? Unless you're like
very.
a massive 5-head and you just absolutely indulge in the analytics that those two would throw
No,
out.
no, you know what? I'll do play-by-play for that cast. If you two do a cast together,
Oh,
I'll
that's
do the
even
play-by-play
worse.
with
We
Dev.
don't want you for your
No,
play-by-play.
that'd be-
We want
that'd
you
be
for your
good.
analysis.
Oh, well, that's a bit dog.
Yeah,
All right,
I agree.
fine.
I know I was kind of zoned out there, but that's fine. I agree.
Yeah, no, we're just doing a show here.
Me and you are
Dev, by the way,
casting
catch
together
up.
this
Yeah,
Friday,
you know.
Dev.
I think we're up
so-
to the giveaways portion.
I'm down. Yeah, no, actually, that's why I was zoned out. I was trying to figure out how to do a giveaway.
Piss off, Chucky.
Yeah, so look, thank you, Zenox, for mentioning it, but we are going to do a giveaway. So, firstly, if you're not already following R6 Esports OC on Twitter, go and follow R6 Esports OC on Twitter. Go to the tweet that has the giveaway for the $100 M-Wave voucher and go and submit your meme to enter that
Can I
competition.
enter on an? Can I like enter on like an alt account? Is that allowed?
Yeah. But you know, I will know. I know these things, Guzz. You know, I'm
Cool.
very aware of these things. I have my methods. But of course, we also have giveaways just for watching the stream here. We have 3 1,200 R6 credit packs to give away. Now you can buy the battle pass, the premium battle pass with that, which of course will unlock the new operator Thunderbird. With the way that works now. So, oh, look at that. Sky spammed in the chat. That's probably bannable, right? You're not
I'm
allowed
just
to spam.
I'm gonna time. Can I? I can't
please,
time him out
please
because
time
he's a
him
mod.
out. Thank you. Yep. So we're gonna do some giveaways. So
I can't time him out. Shame.
look, Zenox.
Mm.
Tell me your favorite number between 1 and 10.
Would be 7.
All right. I'm going to a random spot in the user list.
Is that how many people are watching? 10 people?
No, I'm going to a random spot in the user list and then going 7 ones down from that to make sure I don't accidentally bias it. So, bear with me, mate.
You're a funny bastard, Zenox, sometimes. I'll tell you what. Can we please
We actually
get
have
a broadcast
700
together?
people watching. My
Yeah,
word,
I know, dude.
these
We
people
don't
are
actually,
loving
let's be
it.
real.
We have,
It's
no,
just
we
one
have
page.
700 people sleeping and 8 people watching. Don't forget
Yeah.
that.
Actually, yeah, I mean 650 of them are my Google Chrome tabs.
For the 609 of you watching on the front page right now, or maybe that are just skimming by, come click in, come say hi and chat. We'll give you $100. I promise.
That's a
Zenox
scam.
guarantee. That's a Zenox guarantee.
Well, you may not get it, but we're giving away $100 and you can have a chance. Oh, look, someone actually said hi in chat. It worked. Oh, shit. There you are. I'm going to go.
Sheesh.
That's at ZenoxCasts on Twitter. You can also find him at Fortress on common occasions. So please.
International caster extraordinaire.
Yep.
So what's
Or
going to happen?
you can find him in WoW. Yeah, sorry. Go on.
No, that's all right. He's gone now, isn't he? I was
Yeah,
wondering
he's
why
gone.
I
Yes.
suddenly felt so much happier. So what's going to happen is we're going to have to draw the giveaway off air. I'm drawing it now on air, but I'm going to have to follow it up off air. But yeah, for next week, the way the giveaway will work is you have to be in chat and you'll have to type a keyword in it. But yes. But for now, you can go and do the M-Wave competition giveaway to win the M-Wave $100 voucher on the Twitter link that was already posted in the chat. But hey, I don't know if Zenox is actually going to come back or not.
He won't. He did a wreck. He's going to
We
go
can
off a
honestly
half.
just close the show without him.
Yes. And don't invite him back.
It's fine by me. So, the next Playday of OCN is on July the 2nd.
No.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
we go. Welcome
I've just
back.
unfortunately had a chat with my lawyer. I'm not liable for the things that I say in a public space. So
Great. Great. Look, the next Playday of OCN is on July the 2nd. We got Wildcard versus LFO, Order versus Rufflecopter, Rhythm versus Bliss, and Knights versus Chiefs. I think that last game in particular is going to be very exciting.
Most importantly, you have the best casters in the region taking you through all of the action, so it's bound to be really, really exciting, entertaining, engaging, beautiful, everything. I don't know if you wanted to add anything on top of that, Zenox, but no doubt it's going to be probably the best broadcast of the entire stage.
What's this? I wasn't here. What are we talking about?
Oh my god.
So do make sure that you guys tune in for OCN. We also have OCL, which is the pathway to OCN. That's also live every week. So would highly recommend you give that a watch.
Don't say what's that, Zenox. Don't say what's that. Don't do it.
I know what the Oceanic Challenger League is.
You just took a guess, didn't you? You just stabbed in the dark and said, I'm going to say 3 words back to back and hope they're right.
It's put on by LPL, isn't it?
Yes.
I like how you had to ask that. Ask a valid.
You're on the Wikipedia page, aren't you? Your face is looking quite
I'm
white
not.
with like, the white background.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
So we'll also have a new episode of The Reload next week on Monday. I'm sorry, I apologize in advance. But
Talkie Milk says, who won stage 1?
the Chiefs? As in who? Like who won?
No, not OCN, OCL.
Oh, OCL.
Yeah. I don't actually...
I actually don't know. Was it Skyfire maybe? If I had to take a guess, but
all I know is that the team that every time I tune into OCL, Tracy's playing.
I cannot believe that you guys don't know who won OCL Stage 1. I actually cannot believe it.
Everyone won
obviously
OCL Stage 1.
Team
Oh, it was
Skyfire.
Exo.
No.
No, it was Exto in the finals.
Yes, but I was obviously referring to the regular season. And in the finals, Exo obviously 3-1 Team Skyfire.
It's really good to know that you have a good bearing of your product and all that stuff and all that jazz.
Ubisoft now, like, is it products?
Prolific
mate, I do
Esports.
OCN,
That's
I don't
the team
handle
I always
OCN.
watch. I always watch Prolific Esports. PLF.
All I know is that Pride came last. That's all I know. That was something I was saying.
We've got an oh boy in the chat from Raven Boys. I think it might be time to end the show before we say something else that's going to get us
I was
fired.
trying to when you decided to throw me under the bus again. Anyhow, that is obviously tonight's show. Make sure you guys tune into OCN this week, well, next week. And until then, see you guys later. Go do the giveaway.
Welcome to GTV ANZ, the gaming channel created by Ubisoft. Every Tuesday and Friday on YouTube, we'll be doing fast plays, game challenges, 1v1 face-offs, and so much more. You happy?
When did we get a dog?
It's a good question.